Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the LDS Missionary War Stories podcast. This podcast is all about sharing experiences about LDS missions. So funny experiences, spiritual experiences, scary experiences. So I'm going to share a lot of experiences from my time as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Portland, Oregon. And I'm also going to have other people on in other episodes for interviews, so they can share their funny stories, their scary stories, and some of their awesome experiences as missionaries. If you hear baby sounds in the background, that's my son. He's just hanging out while I record this podcast. All right, so let's get into it. So recently, the church came out with a policy change that sister missionaries or women 18 years old can now go on full-time missions. Before that age, the age that women could go on missions was 19 years old. So that's a pretty interesting age change. So I wanted to share a really interesting story. Hold on, I gotta stop my cat real quick. And we're back. Sorry about that. My cat was getting into some stuff he shouldn't. Anyway. So I wanted to share a really fun experience about a crazy sister missionary in my mission, and let this be a warning to all you sisters that are now going to be going out on your missions at age 18. Don't be like this sister missionary, and to all you elders that are going out, watch out for sister missionaries that are crazy like this sister missionary. All right, so when I was leaving on my mission, I was getting on the plane. There was a sister missionary that was going out with me. And she was this fun, bubbly, attractive sister missionary. She was wearing bright colors. This all has context later on. Wearing bright colors. She'd never been on a plane before. So I was talking to her the entire flight there, keeping her calm a little bit because she was freaking out a little bit at the beginning of the flight. We get there. We get to Portland, going through all the missionary stuff, and that's about all I saw of her. And then after that, for the first half of my mission, I didn't see her again. So little over a year in, I am transferred into a district that she's in. Now, districts are small groups of missionaries that allow for trainings once a week, and so she was in one of these groups, the district that I was in. Completely different person, not fun and bubbly anymore. All she wore was black. She went full off the deep end emo goth. Like, she wasn't wearing her garments anymore. She would only wear black with black lipstick. I mean, it was complete 180 change in this sister missionary. And so she was just completely different person. And so, I would talk to her every so often at district meetings and all that, but, it was really crazy, the complete and total change that had come over her. So fast forward to the end of my mission. She is, or at least to the end of her mission. Sorry, not the end of my mission, the end of her mission. This sister missionary, she is, again, completely off the deep end. She goes to our mission president, tells him, hey, I want to go home early. The reason why she wants to go home early, it's a week before she's going to go home. A week before she's going to go home from her mission. She goes to him, says, nope, I'm done. I'm going home. The only reason why I came out on a mission was to prove to my stake president that I could do a mission. Hold on, I got to get my kid. Okay. So she goes home early. Then 2 weeks after she goes home, she comes back to the mission. Not as a missionary this time. She will, and she starts messaging all the elders that she knew, trying to get them to meet up with her. I mean, it's just crazy. And eventually, she succeeded. She messaged a missionary, and he went out, met up with her, and he got sent home about a month before he was supposed to go home from his mission. I mean, just absolute insanity. And so she, just like just like the sign says, keep Portland weird. Well, she went off the deep end in Portland. Usually people go out on their missions and they become better people. And she went the opposite direction, completely off the deep end. It was really an interesting experience to see someone go the complete opposite way that most people do when they go serve an LDS mission. Leave a message in the comment, or leave a comment on the video, or leave a brief story in the comments. Let me know what some of your funny experiences are. I'll have some more coming up here. I'll do some interviews with some of my friends and some other people that serve missions.